Self-confidence.
We're live on Facebook.
Hasn't that been lost years ago?
Are we live on Facebook?
Years.
I'm sure they can't hear me, but
Oh, we can hear you loud.
Well, you
and
can
clear,
hear me,
and we
but
are
can
live
they hear
on
me?
Instagram, Stevie.
I don't see it yet, Chase.
Hey, there's a delay, baby. We talk about this.
But
every
I'm not.
time.
I'm on Facebook, not on Instagram.
We're on both.
Oh,
How have you been, Steve? How's the schmeckle?
passed a stone not that long ago, so it's doing okay. Ready to rock and roll, baby. But today's Throw It Out There Thursday, so there's enough about me. Let's just go over and talk to Justin and see what we got going on.
What's
Hi.
going on, Justin?
Hey, Steve had some interesting facts yesterday at lunch. It was the world record for number of stones passed was how many?
6,500 in 5 years.
And
I'm
we
well
figured-
on track.
And we
I'm
figured
well
that's 4.5 a day every single day for 4 years.
Yeah. I've had one a day for the last 2 days.
Don't even know how I can think how that would feel. And then what was the record for stones inside of a kidney?
170,000.
170,000 in one kidney?
But that doesn't include, so a speck of sand could be considered a kidney stone. So
Oh.
in theory, you could just have a sandy beach. You could have the dunes in there,
And you would win the record.
and I'd win the record. So
We
I
might
be on-
want,
I might
is this
be
a
on
record
track.
you want to go for?
I might be in.
We might be able to open you up and make this
I
happen.
might be in.
Easily, I think. Chase,
Yes.
how you been?
I've been really good. You know, I've been sleeping well.
Yeah?
And yeah, just super busy here. Excited for the Baja content we got coming out.
So working on more videos of Baja stuff.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
And we got some new parts coming out.
Speaking of new parts and the Baja video, you guys tell your friends to check out the Tuesday feed, which took Chase 2 days to get up on YouTube, which was amazing speed, right? Because of the Brandon Sims interview, you can check it out what it takes to run the 500, Steve.
Did that have
an hour
anything to
long.
do? Did that have anything to do with Chase not charging the battery on the GoPro, or was that
Steve,
just?
you must be a scientist because since the GoPro died, I had to use the internet to try to download the video. Our internet, being as golden as it is, took an additional day. So thank you, Steve.
You're
We do have
welcome.
some sweet helicopter footage and some actual photos of the damage from his actual breaking of that mount on his car.
Oh, Brandon's mount.
Yes, Brandon.
I'm like,
you're talking about me.
I'm like, wait. I didn't know.
We put the actual photos of his brake on his car in the video. So if you watch it on there, you're getting the actual photos and video from the race.
Very cool. All right, so you guys just throw it out there Thursday. Give us your questions. We're going to answer those. In the meantime, we're just going to walk around the shop and kind of show you a little bit about what we've got going on at the moment. And I'm going to turn this over to Mitch because right now we're looking at a wide load.
Before we do,
Before we
Chase
go
loves
wide
loads.
Before we go wide load.
we got
Loves
your
them.
brother on the
Loves
line.
dudes.
One of them, Jeff Smith. Jeff, what's going on, man? Where are you at? What's your question?
I'm down here in Brandon. Let me guess, related because you got to charge batteries, right, Chase?
You know me, Jeff. You definitely are related to Justin somehow.
So Chase is convinced that all Smiths are related, just so you know. So right at this moment, we are brothers.
Just the generic ass name.
That's right.
So, my question is, I want to do the TLS kit, but I don't have your guys' radius rods on yet.
Yep.
Is that something I can do now? Once I do get your radius rods, will you just fade rod in?
You can, but you do have to buy 2 spacers per side after the fact. So you're probably gonna waste about $50. But yeah, I would do it though. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna run it for 500 or 600 miles or something like that before you get the radius rods, do it. It's worth the $50.
Okay. All right, right on.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for signing in, brother.
Brother.
Have a good one, Jeff.
Brother.
All right, back to wide load, Mitch.
Wide load.
Yes, yes.
Lows well.
He does. I don't know. I just nicknamed it wide load because the trunk on this thing is massive.
What did
And-
they say about big trunks, Josh? You can hold a lot of luggage.
Room for activities, I think. But what do you got? What do you got here, Mitch?
This is a brand new Can-Am Commander XTP. So this is actually the one that comes with 2.5 boxes front and rear. We actually just finished up testing the valving springs and I2S on this car.
So take a look at that, Chase. You've got full electronic adjustment and dual rate spring kit and internals in this thing. Testing went amazing. Tell everybody, Mitch, how this thing rode to begin with and how it rides now.
It's very similar to the specs that we tested. So short wheelbase, you're obviously going to have the issue with bucking, blowing through. It's not going to really do good to the whoops just because of that. The car is super plush, so after driving it stock, I mean, it maintained that same characteristic. We fixed the bottoming out issues, fixed the bucking issues.
It's way plush.
It's super plush. Probably one of the plushest cars I've ever driven.
Thomas Harrington said, I know you guys love the General. What are your thoughts on the XTP? I know you're going into that, but what's your thoughts comparing them? What do you think?
Plushness factor, I think the XPT is way plusher than the Generals, in my opinion. I don't know.
How about functionality in driving? Do you think that this one handles better turning? The General handle better turning? Which one's better in the whoops?
I think this one's better in the whoops, in my personal opinion. This car actually is super quiet too. You don't hear anything. It has
No rattles?
No noise, no rattles, no nothing. So it's quiet. It's fun to drive. It's easy to drive. It doesn't, pull you or do anything like that. I'm not saying the Generals do, but again, it's still kind of new to us too. So we're still putting some miles on it too.
How about power?
Power, it's probably 50 miles an hour max.
So the General smokes it.
General smokes that on top speed or
overall
wise, I guess, if you will. But I think there's something coming down the pipe from Evo for it as well. So
flash for this thing.
Yep.
If you were gonna go rock crawling in this, and guys are on the East Coast or maybe a little bit of mud, which one would you rather have?
Probably for mud, East Coast, I'd probably do the General.
Yeah.
I think I'd do the General. For out here, rock crawling, I'd probably actually pick this one. It's pretty impressive what it can do for, kind of keeping the same characteristics as Sport or, any other XC or RC model and that with wheelbase, I guess.
We got a live one. Tony C10, where are you at? Shut your car door.
Sir, can you close your door? Can you please close your door?
What's up, brother? Where are you at? What's your question?
Hey, so I recently broke a rear axle on my 2019 RTR 1000, and I haven't purchased a new axle just because I don't know whether to get the OEM or the Rhino, the 2.0s. My question is, are the Rhino 2.0s, since they're stronger than the OEM, would I have issues since the transfer be the big?
So, I'm gonna piss Rhino off real quick. I've never had good luck with any Rhino stuff. I've got a few race teams that we sponsor who have tried them and had horrible luck. I would say stay with the stock stuff personally, unless you go like with a Summers Brothers axle and a stock CV package. Maybe you can do that. That would be a big improvement because typically the axle breaks, not the CV. So consider that instead of a complete set. I know the Rhinos are enticing because they're inexpensive, but from the people that I have experience with, they didn't get very far on that Rhino axle before they had issues with that.
Yes, sir. Okay, man. Sounds good. Thanks again, man. I got you guys springs a couple weeks ago. Man, you guys got some kick-ass products, man. Thank you guys.
Right on, man. Thank you very much. Make sure you DM Chase us so we can get you a shirt.
You got it, brother. Thank you.
Have a good one. So back to this. So you like it? You're still not. Would you buy this over a General, or right now you're about middle of the road?
Yeah, I'd probably middle road. If I had to choose like today, this or a General, I'd probably go General. But it's growing on me a lot. The more we drive it, the more we play with it. It's definitely up there. So,
what else you got next to it?
Chase's favorite.
Woohoo!
A Yama dog.
Max. We finally found one. Thank you.
Oh, dudes.
His name was Greg who dropped it off. Thank you, buddy. We're going to be doing the spring kit install video for that for you guys. So we'll have that stuff up on the site here hopefully in a month, I would say. Just getting all that squared away and then doing a couple more testing sides on it for the internal work. So again, this car is very similar to like the Ranger Crew kind of hunting style rig, if you will. So pretty impressive what they can do. Short wheelbase cars, not a lot of travel.
You have any time on this one yet, or has it just got dropped off?
I don't have any time on this one yet. I was trying to finish that one over there, but we did have one in the past, and we did valving and springs on it. And it was
we'll come back to that. What do you got, Chase?
I got Kalen live on the line. Kalen, where you at? What's your question? Sweet glasses.
Hey, man. I'm about the in 2015.
I bang those rings back to position centered. What kind of epoxy do you recommend using to get those to stay?
Now I missed the whole first of what you were talking about. Were you talking about the rear sway bar stuff?
An XP1000 2015. We talked a couple weeks ago and you recommended banging those.
So you're breaking up, but we're going to go ahead and answer that question because I'm pretty sure I remember everything about it. You had the centering rings on the rear sway bar had moved, and so the bar was going side to side on you. Epoxy wise, you're going to have to. I don't have a specific one, but you're going to have to use a two-part epoxy that's designed to attach and adhere to metal, and you're going to have to grind the powder coat off that bar just a little bit right at the ring, so that you get a metal contact. Any of the two-part epoxies that are designed to glue metal to metal is going to be fine. It won't take very much. There's not a lot of load on the side of that, honestly. But sorry, your feed or your connection was really bad.
Yeah, it looks like we lost Kalen there. But I do have Co-ATV Life on the line. Co-ATV Life. Where are you at? What's your question, man?
Denver, Colorado.
Oh, we can't.
It's going to be loud, yeah.
And ready to put them in hopefully this weekend. 33. It's the ITB Veracross or Versacross
Leave it to this
V3
guy.
tire. I wanted to know what clutch kit would you guys recommend for that larger tire on the Pro XP4 Ultimate?
So that's going to be a primary weight and a secondary spring adjustment, and those kits are available from a lot of guys. You're going to go with KWI, Evo, and you could also do DynoJet. But I think that the KWI stuff, Chase's favorite number, KWI and Evo are going to be a home run for you because I know both of those guys have a ton of experience with that size of a tire, and it's a fairly simple kit, and you should do it for sure.
Okay, and then with you guys' springs, the 33 shouldn't rub like they are currently.
What wheel offset do you run?
Stock.
Where's the tire rubbing?
The front inner wheel well.
Inner wheel well. If it rubs now, it's going to rub later after the spring kit. It's just not going to it's not going to be as easy to get to the point where it rubs. But the geometry isn't going to change. So if you're currently rubbing a little, it's going to rub a little later. It's just harder to get there once you do the spring kit.
Okay.
But usually I don't think we have a 33-inch problem clearing those typically. That's why I asked what wheel you had, because
It's only at full lock and when it's sprung a little bit.
that still surprises me, man. We've run 33s on that stuff before and not had an issue. So, if you're, I don't know why it's rubbing, but I haven't seen that. But throw the spring kit on; it's going to be harder to get it to rub.
Okay, awesome. I appreciate your guys' time.
No problem, man. Take it easy.
Thank you.
All right,
right.
looks like we're going into the danger zone.
Let's check out what Doug is up to in the laser room. Hi guys. What you doing?
Making stuff look pretty with our fabulous logo.
Chase, why don't you show everybody what the guys are doing? Lasers running all day, every day.
Over here, we're currently engraving link bodies, 4 and 5/8. Alright, now can you hear me a little better?
In your mouth there, Doug.
So, we engrave these on all 3 sides. They're anodized to aluminum, and put permanent marks on there.
Awesome. What do you got on the left, Doug?
On the left, we've got spring perches.
Oh, we were just looking at quite a few boxes of those outside your room, Doug.
Oh yeah, we've been knocking these out.
How long does each one of these take to make, Doug?
And then we've got dividers on the far end.
Sorry, I was just bored from Doug's talking.
And that's where
What do you got the robot doing, Doug?
the robot is currently buffing half-inch rod ends, cleaning up the engraving, nice and pretty.
Can it do 4-inch rod ends? Can it do the same buffing procedure?
Yes, it
4-inch
can.
rod ends?
So, even 1 inch, so we got you covered.
Oh, Doug, thank you.
Good one, Doug. Oh, snap.
Yeah, damn. Got it.
Doug, you can drop the mic right on that one.
I'm good there.
All right, Chase, let's go walk around the shop.
All right, boys. Later, Killer Cody.
Peace out.
All right, Steve is going to pull you into the other side of the shop, and we'll see what everybody else is doing. All right.
All right, I do.
How about Steve? Let's go over shipping. See what's up.
Let's do it.
Ironwood Fab wants to know, would a lightweight flywheel on a YXZ cause premature engine wear?
No. Flywheel weight isn't going to change anything other than the amount of torque that is given to you when you drag the motor down. Like if you dump the clutch or start from a dead stop, and the amount of acceleration that the motor is going to give you is because of the weight change. So that's it. It's not going to hurt the motor one way or the other, though.
All right, I got a live request going out to Thom. I Fly You. We'll see if he connects here.
So
And look at this. The shipping is going on.
Justin, I do have a question online. Are we going to offer shock packages for the base and cut model Commander? I don't know if cut is the proper word.
So Mitch, you've got that worked out already, don't you?
Yeah, so you got live on Chase?
I do. Thom, are you there?
Hey guys, I'm here. How are you?
Awesome, man. How you doing?
Hey, Darren. Hello.
2016 Razor 1000 XP turbo. We're having overheating problems. We've done a radiator. We've cleaned everything. Hoses are good. Changed the thermostat, and we can't seem to keep the thing cooling. It'll run cool for 15 miles. We're in northern Michigan, and then all of a sudden, once it goes hot, it goes hot. We have to stop, turn the key on, the fan's running, the fan's working. We even switch on it to leave the fan on all the time when the key's on it. You can go up to about 15 miles, but once it starts overheating, it stays overheating.
What's the altitude where you're riding?
100 feet,
1200, so not very high. Some of
70 and 80 degrees.
some of the overheating that we've seen in the past on those have to do with the coolant reservoir sharing the same fluid that's cycling through the intercooler as what's going through the radiator. So there's a coolant reservoir separation kit that a couple people make. I forget exactly who it is. Mitch, do you remember exactly who was making those? Was RCR doing it, or Evo might?
I don't.
I forget.
I was looking at my phone, so I wasn't really listening to you. To
Okay.
be honest with you,
Well,
but-
so the coolant reservoir separation kit, we made our own when we had my turbo, but I forget who actually. Some guys are actually starting to make that. So maybe Google that. It's inexpensive, couple $100. It's worth a shot. It helped my car a lot. Also, there is an issue with those cars having a leaking intercooler inside the intake, and that can cause massive issues. So if you've seen any of your coolant levels drop slightly, then you might actually be burning some of that through the engine. It's going to overheat.
D&M makes
D&M makes one?
Yeah, Robbie Fraser said D&M makes
Okay.
a nice split tank. So
D&M Motorsports, check them out. And lastly, usually when you have a turbo motor that runs fine for 15 minutes and then it gets hot and stays hot forever, it's pointing to oil temp. Once the oil temperature gets hot and it never cools down, it doesn't matter what the radiator is doing, it can't keep up. So maybe take a temp gun and go do it again and temp the oil pan when the thing's hot and see what the oil temp is. If it's over 230 degrees, you've got oil temp issues, which could be inside the turbo because oil is running through that. You may have a clog there. And also that cooling system is also going to be cooling down the oil through a heat exchanger as well, so watch those. That's my suggestions without standing next to it. Take a look at all three of those things.
Awesome, I appreciate it. Some great advice.
Awesome, man.
All right,
Thanks for signing in. Let us know what shirt you want. Steve, what do you got?
Justin, we have a question from Michael Barnes. He said, when are you going to do more parts for the Honda Talon?
You know, we're kind of in the middle of that. We took the Honda to the pre-run at the 1000 the last 2 weeks, so we had our hands all over it. We're going to be building a rack for that soon. We've got a Honda Talon rack sitting over in the CNC department at the moment. That's going to be coming. We have some sway bar packages and kits for the Honda coming, but all this stuff is about 2 months out, right, Mitch?
yeah, and tie rods too.
And tie rods.
For that car as well.
So those are the parts you're going to be expecting to see on the Honda, but that's probably about it. We don't have anything else in the works right now. So shipping, you guys got a little bit of a tour. The guys are buried, that's for sure. In installation here today, we've got 4 cars left. A few have already been done. Spring kits, internals, sway bars, rack and pinions, I see.
Well, actually, these two cars are done, Justin. We're just leaving them in here for right now because it's hot outside.
Gotcha. And then radius rods on that one I can see. Sway bar internals, IQS on this one in the middle as well.
Front and rear limit straps. And I believe Jay Hupp is on the line. Congratulations on the 4-seater, Jay.
Yeah, it's been following you for the last 700 miles. So I got a question for you. I've been hearing some things about belt slippage between like 55 and 60 miles an hour on the 21 Turbo S. Possibly primary clutch spring bearing on that.
Yeah, actually, almost all the Turbo S's that we tested originally when we first got those had those issues, and even the XP Pros had some too. So I would contact the dealer. They do have a fix for it. I wouldn't buy someone's aftermarket kit to fix it. I would go back and get the thing fixed factory, and then I would tune for wheels and tires later on.
All right. Cool, man. Thank you.
Hey, before we let Jay Huffs go, we got to take a second here to admire. Not only is he driving, look at that backdrop, man. He's got the UTV in his back
It's his
window.
new 4-seat.
It's perfect framing. You could definitely tell Chase how to do his cinematic job.
Hey, Jay Huffs, get over here. We got media openings. Have a good one, brother.
It's called cinematography, Chase.
He probably thought it was cinematography. Cinematography.
Speaking of cinematography, Josh. I think Josh has some new Chase-isms that he might want to share.
I don't know.
Make sure you eat that mic.
I didn't sleep last much. Or not, I didn't sleep much last night. I'm sorry.
So set this up again. These are things that Chase says on a daily.
So yesterday he was looking for some intel.
He was looking
He said,
entails.
your entails are going to help us out a lot.
Yes. So let me frame that a little bit. He asked me to look at a video and wanted my opinion, but instead he asked for my entails to help him with the editing.
Justin uses a PC. I needed a computer
And he
chip.
also was asking for some clef notes.
Clef notes.
Not cliff notes,
Yeah.
clef notes.
Clifford the dog. Big red notes. Come on, guys.
Big red notes.
He also said that we are humiliated for everything that he is.
Oh, we are all humiliated for everything Chase is.
Yes. And also got to sneak a Tony one in there. Don't come in here and hear at me, Tony. Whatever that
Let me get here. That's good, you guys. We got a live one.
Thank you, Chase. Always entertaining. Who we got?
What's going on, man? Where are you at? What's your question?
Hopefully I did good.
Hey, I'm in my garage in cool St. George, Utah, where it's only 104 degrees.
Rub it in, why don't you? We got 118.
Yeah, well, we were 112 yesterday and headed there right now. So, it sucks.
Yeah.
But my question is, I'm going to turn the phone around here so you can see it. I've got the spring kit. This is a 2019 XP4 1000. And I've had the sway bar and legs on my old machine, which was a 2015 that was like 12,000 miles off. So this sway bar and the legs, I'm embarrassed to say it, have about, because this machine has 2,600 miles on it. That has over 10,000 miles.
Wow.
And so the, it comes with handling, no question. But the rod ends are shot.
Yep.
No question about that. And these I bought from my local dealer here 5 years ago, Fine Line Suspension in St. George, and it's been great. But my question is it worth upgrading, replacing the rod ends on those limbs, or am I better just to buy the new ones with the 5/8 inch and just start over with the little swing bar length?
So the replacement rod ends are about 10 or 15 bucks a piece, so you're going to spend 60 bucks on rod ends. You're 150 or 160 bucks on a brand new set that are 5/8. I would tell you go another $90 and just do a new set, because the 5/8s typically aren't going to wear out in that 10,000 miles. We don't advertise that because it's a wearing part, right? So somebody could wear it out a lot quicker than that, but they're probably 4 to 5 times longer lasting than the 1/2-inch stuff.
Yeah, that's my thinking as well. Now, my next question and request is, have you guys thought about bringing the semi up here to St. George to one of our events in October and November, like the UTV Takeover at Sand Hollow, October 20th?
Yes, actually, we've had a lot of serious discussions about that, and we will be at some of those events. I don't know which ones, but we are going to bring the semi. Matt Burke and Savino and a couple of us will be coming in, and we will be at those events, at least one. If you check back with us in like 2 weeks, I'll have Matt put up a schedule on the site so everybody knows where we're going to go.
Awesome. So be rebuilding shocks there?
Yeah, we'll be doing a full setup.
Yeah, because I have way bar, but these shocks have 600 miles on them.
Yep. Once Matt puts up the actual days that we're going to be there, then at that moment you could get on the schedule just by calling us and we'll get it done when we're there. Well, hopefully it's going to be a lot colder than it is down here. We'll be excited to be there too.
Yeah, October and early November.
Beautiful. I can't wait, man. I love traveling around. We'll see you when we're up there.
Hey, I will come by and shake everybody's hand
Sounds good?
and get the shocks rebuilt. Thanks very much, and I will send in my request for my second shock therapy because I got it about 6 months ago. Love it, wear it a lot, and I have to tell you, I have watched every single one of your episodes of Tuesdays and Thursdays, back when it was every day, and I have learned so very much. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, man. I'm sorry to ruin half your life with all the time spent on Chase, but hey, we're doing our best.
I'm retired. It's not a waste for me.
Very good. Thanks again. We'll get you another shirt.
Have a good one. Later,
Chase,
Marv.
I got a really good question for this XP1000 over here. So Ben Paz said he just installed his rear limit straps on his XP1000, the lower strap mount and strap rub on the bottom of the spring. What should I do? So let me explain something real quick. On the XP1000s with the wider wheel that's factory, gives you very little space to run a spacer and a bolt for a rear strap kit. Now, if you have the factory wheel on it, it's gonna touch the spring a little bit. That's 100% normal. You shouldn't have to worry about anything there. If you have a wider or a skinnier wheel, I should say, then you can have, you know, a longer spacer in there and it won't have any issues rubbing. So
Either one are not a problem though.
either one is not a problem, but XP1000s, just with the clearance that we have to run that kit, it is a little tight. You're gonna have the strap touching the spring, but it's perfectly normal. So hopefully that clears that up.
Lauren, what you doing over there?
I'm counting cards.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Here you go. Speaking to the mic.
I'm counting cards as they come in and also putting them in a box that I can carry.
instead of a pallet.
Yeah.
What's new and hot off the press, Lauren?
What did you just get in the last week? So I know you got race racks and other stuff.
Race racks, link bodies, tie rods, radius rods, spring perches, rod ends, crossovers.
Limit strap clamps, those are back up. Yep, so limit strap kits are good to go.
3-inch aren't in yet, but
Everything else?
a couple weeks. Everything else, yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Keep going in low.
So let's go over to the kitting area and see what these guys are doing.
Hey Steve, how
Hey.
far out are we on appointments for shocks?
What are we in right now? June?
Yeah.
August. I think we are booking into September, October-ish right now. And I believe we will be announcing dates for Glamis, probably our next show. Next live feed. I don't know.
Dates for Glamis. Actually, yeah, next week.
I think
we're supposed to do that.
next live feed we're supposed to announce that. But we are into September, I believe. End of
At least,
September.
yeah.
At least September.
So we're back in the kitting area. What's happening?
How you guys
All right,
doing
so you are knocking out what today?
today? Right now we are knocking out XRS radius rods, billets, and Zay's getting down some BSDs right now. He's got our new spacers in with those.
So that is a secret that we are going to be releasing. Thank you very much for letting the cat out of the bag. But it's okay. I'll tell you guys, we have a new BSD kit, more adjustability, installation videos to come. We'll tell you exactly how to get all the bump steer out of your vehicle, no matter which one it is. And that type of system is going to extend through all of our tie rod lines on every vehicle. So heads up. There you go.
Yeah. You're fired.
Okay, let's take that away from me. Thanks, Clark. Appreciate it. All right, where else can we go? Find out stuff we're not supposed to find out.
We can go to the office and really find out.
Why we
Go to the head honcho himself.
Yeah, Clark
So
in the
Ernie's
dark.
actually gone right now, but if so, actually, if you guys
much
look
rock
around
for
at the
one
moment,
hand.
you'll see that we've got a lot of product off of the display wall, a lot of empty holes. That's because we're selling everything off the wall if that's what it takes. If we're out of something, then we're not going to keep anything around here for sure. We haven't got a lot of it back in stock to put on the wall, but it's on our list. It's also kind of quiet up here compared to normal. The reason is that almost all of our phone sales and customer service people have now moved to the third building, and we have our phone center over in that building. And so it got so much quieter around here, actually. The whole front, everybody can talk when customers come in and drop off cars and pick up. It's easy to do. So if you're in the area, stop by. It's not as hectic up in the front like it used to be. All right, let's go back out in the shop. And if you guys don't have much, then we can
Mitch,
wrap
why
this
don't
up
you get
soon.
some rapid fire questions together? And before we do that, Justin, we do have some big news on the feed. We're going to be going to Bean Buy, just like my favorite.
That's right.
Just like you, Chase.
Yes,
Yeah.
just
Like
like
you,
just
Chase.
like you, Chase. We're going to be changing the schedule on our feed. So all of the live feeds, Tech Tuesdays and Throw It Out There Thursdays, are going to go bi-weekly. So we're going to do half as many of these. The reason is two things. One, we want to put more time and effort into our Tech Tuesday, have bigger visual aids. Chase also knows a lot about aids.
About AIDS.
So
Nothing big, though.
No. But we're going to put a lot more time into our Tech Tuesdays, so we have a lot more to show you, a lot more detail, and a lot more guests. And then Thursdays, we love hearing from you, but consolidate all your questions so that it's every 2 weeks.
Yep.
That'll let us put some more time into this too. Right, Mitch? You got big plans.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, you guys.
Okay, rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
How often should I check nitrogen in the suspension, and what pressure is normal? I have your full kit. I would say check it, every, yearly?
Minimum 1 year.
Yeah, you have 4 or 5 buddies who say this all the time. You guys can go in together on a nitrogen tank, a bottle, a regulator, all the supplies. You guys split it 4 ways. You can have an easy way to check it and fill it if you need to. Always 200 PSI, so hopefully that answers that one.
And that's 200 PSI extended.
Yep.
So jack the car up, tires off the ground, charge them with the shocks extended.
Let's see, Gecko V8, hi from Argentina.
Oh, Argentina in the house. That's very cool.
Robbie Frazier, Shock Therapy has the nicest looking CNC machine work in the industry. Among everything else they make, I work in aerospace, so I can appreciate the skills required. Very nice.
You know what? Jason will appreciate that very much. He puts a lot of effort into our machine work, and we really do pay attention to that in a big way. Thank you for noticing.
Scout Racing, what electric motor for power steering are you running on the new race car?
We run an e-power steering unit, and I don't know what actual vehicle it came out of, like Honda Civic or something, but I would contact Ken at e-power steering. He's got a nice kit that we race, love it, and it's got a rheostat, so you can turn the power steering feel up or down according to how you like it to feel.
Heshamin, I think that's right. Any news on X3 reservoir end caps with Schrader valves?
Would you like to show one, or are we? How far along are we?
We're showing it yet.
They don't miss a beat.
I'm gonna say probably 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, so give us 2-3 weeks, and we'll promote it.
550 Monster, do you recommend front sway bar on a Razor?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I do. Razors have, like an XP has a tendency to have a lot of body roll. You throw a rear bar on it, it cures a lot of that, but then the front bar makes it balanced in a corner. turbos. The newer ones have sway bars on the front, and you don't have to put one on one of those. But anything without a front bar, I would recommend one.
Trinity Racing products, what do you think about them compared to Evo?
Well, I think they're kind of two different comparisons. I mean, yes, both make exhaust, but in general, I mean, Evo is mostly horsepower based and everything around it and tunes and things like that. We're big fans of Evo and Evo products. I have no problems with Trinity, and they're great people too. So when it comes to exhaust, buy which one you like the sound of. I don't think there's a big horsepower advantage between the two. But when it comes to big tunes and horsepower flashes and things like that, I would say Evo.
Why are you like, this is literally how you...
I'm getting ready to pan back and forth, you guys.
That's all we got.
All right, so if we're out of you guys, thank you very much for your questions. Really appreciate that. Hopefully we weren't...
Justin, sorry. Yeah. Dom Galindo sounds familiar. He wants to know from probably you, what motor is in the Hello details, question mark.
In the Hello, as in heli?
He put H-E-L-O, but I'm assuming...
Hello. He calls it Hello?
Helicopter.
Oh, so he's just testing my knowledge. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm testing right now. It is a Lycoming, forget the number designation.
Fail.
It is an opposed 6-cylinder air-cooled aircraft engine that is 500 cubic inch, runs 2,700 RPM, floored its whole life, and full rebuild on that is 2,200 hours.
He corrected himself with heli.
Okay. I think I won that because the question on the test would actually be multiple, and I would have done. Bam. Yeah.
Hey Dom, what motor's in the one wheel? And come pick that thing up.
All right, guys. Thanks for signing in. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Try to stay cool with a heat wave or get to the water, right, Steve?
Oh, yes. Have a great weekend.
Speaking of Steve.
It is Father's Day weekend. Happy Father's Day to all you dudes out there. If you're looking to buy anything off the website, please visit www.shocktherapyusa.com or call into the shop at 623-217-4959.
And pay attention, Father's Day sale might be...
Skip that the last couple